Good evening, race fans. Welcome to the Lightspeed Racing League's Truck Series, live from North Wilkesboro Motor Speedway, located in North Wilkesboro, North Carolina. I want to welcome you into our special event tonight. This is an all-star race for the Truck Series here. Truck Series is still a new series, relatively new series, still a Lightspeed Racing League, but great showing and a lot of good drivers come out from all of our other series as well to join in on the fun. So this is going to be a fun race tonight at a track that's loved by all. It has a lot of history to it, and we're just happy to have you here and joining in with us. My name's Anthony. I'll be up in the booth tonight calling the race for you, looking at all the action. We've got a couple of pretty neat things we can go over about this track. These guys are finishing up their practice right now. They're going to go into a 2-lap qualifying. Just a little bit of the race info here. Once they have that 2-lap qualifying, we are looking, that's actually incorrect, on the 100 laps. It's 130 laps for the race tonight. It's actually an 8-lap heat race. They do have 4 sets of tires, and they do have 1 fast repair. So we will have to get that changed right now. Not quite sure what the stages will be tonight, but either way, we will find out. We should stages will probably be a little bit later than 15 and 35, but there will be 2 stages during the race thrown by the admins in the race. So weather tonight is 60 or 79 degrees, 60% humidity, partly cloudy with a 7-mile-an-hour wind facing the drivers, so should be in for a pretty decent race right now. We have about 9 or 10 drivers that have made it in so far. They still have a little bit of time to make it in, make some laps, but a couple of drivers have been able to hit the track this week. It's been a few drivers that you may know. Some of these drivers that you may know have come in and tested this track out this week. Not Lightspeed Racing League drivers per se, but we'll show you one real quick that ran around North Wilkesboro this week and showed a pretty good deal he had going on. That's right, folks. You're seeing Dale Earnhardt Jr. out on the track at North Wilkesboro this week. He was able to take the track the first time since, I believe, 2005 is the last time he actually raced there. He's been part of building back these racetracks that have kind of deteriorated and gone by the wayside, but have actually been the production of a lot of good racing in NASCAR. So good to see Dale Jr. out there making some laps around the track. Another little shot of North Wilkesboro and the rebuilding of North Wilkesboro.
All right.
All of this is posted on Twitter this week. Just thought it might be pretty neat to run around, see Dale Jr. run around the track again from another point of view, another perspective. But the track has a lot of history behind it. It's good to see cars back out there. They have put out a full fall schedule, so they will be racing there come the fall. starting in August. So if you're in the North Carolina area, you can make it to the North Carolina area. Take a ride out to North Wilkesboro. It's going to be some pretty good racing out there. A lot of asphalt late models and pro stocks and all kinds of street stock stuff going on. So go check them out if you can. It's going to be a lot of fun to see these cars get back out on that track. It was a very productive track for a lot of years. So we'll watch these drivers get into qualifying right now. Riding around with the number 6 of Brandon Murray. Looks like the time to beat right now is Landon Quisenberry in the 75 truck. The 18.75 right behind him is Mr. Davis in the 57 truck with an 18.80. Murray going to try to improve on that just a little bit here. Let's see if he can cut down on this time. So best time for for Brandon Murray is an 18.93. Joshua Lawton jumps to the top of the leaderboard with an 18.70. Lawton has been very quick in both series, Xfinity and Truck Series, so not shocking to see him up front during qualifying. Looks like there are 2 more drivers that have yet to make a lap in Dan Worley and Hermie Sadler. So we'll see if Hermie gets out there and Dan gets out there in their truck. But we will be coming down to the end of qualifying here shortly. Practice results. These were your practice results. We had Michael Davis with an 18.75. Brandon Massey behind him, Hermie Sadler, Robert Ernstbiker, Brandon Murray, Landon Quisenberry, William Mann, Aaron Hearn. Dan Worley yet to turn in a time. I think Dan is rushing back from work to try to make it in to his rig, so we'll see if he's able to make it back in time. While we're waiting for qualifying to end, which I believe it is, we will go ahead and take a commercial break and be right back. All right, folks, we'll get it right here. Back here at North Wilkesboro Motor Speedway. Setting up for I believe a 9-lap sprint race. I'm sorry, a 9-lap sprint race. This race will set the field for the main event. So typically what we do here at the LSRL is we have a lot of guys that will come out and have to race around each other a whole lot. So they go out and set a lot of quick laps during practice and qualifying, but running around each other is a little bit different. So we give them a 9-lap sprint race to set the field. So if you got guys that are out there just turning hot laps all night, they'll find out how that's going to work around these other trucks, and they'll either end up in the front or end up in the back, one of the two. So kind of gives everybody a little fair advantage to set the field for the main event, and then after that they can get after it. Sorry, folks, getting a little bit of info here from the truck. Admin Joseph Murata kind of scared me a little bit. Thought I had something wrong with the stream, but I think we're okay. But this is how they're going to line up for this race. It's going to be Josh Lawton, Landon Quisenberry, Michael Davis, Robert Ernspecker Jr., Brandon Massey, Brandon Murray, Aaron Hearn, William Mann, Hermie Sadler, and Dan Worley Jr. Looks like Hermie and Dan were unable to make it in. They still have time to make it in before the main event if they want to. We'll go one more lap around North Wilkesboro. See these trucks from a different angle. Joshua Lawton in the MPI truck. Landon Quisenberry in the 75 Zaxby's machine. The 44 right behind him of Robert Ernspecker Jr. down on the inside, and the Valvoline truck is the 57 of Michael Davis. Number 6, Brandon Murray and Brandon Massey in the 65 Buckshot Tools Chevrolet right behind him, or beside him, and we will go green with William Mann and Aaron Hearn to follow. Green flag is out, and they're away. 2x2 down into turn 1 and 2, coming down the back stretch. It looks like Landon Quisenberry is going to hang on the outside, drive it a little bit deep in the corner. Lawton's going to stay tight on that white line. Drag race to the start-finish line. Landon Quisenberry will lead the first lap of the sprint race. Nice and tidy right there, coming around turns 1 and 2. A little bit of a scoring issue with STK for sure, because William Mann is not in the lead. It is Landon Quisenberry. Nevertheless, Josh Lawton had a little bit of an issue there. Dropped him way back to 7th place. I'd have to go back and look at that to see exactly what happened, because I believe I missed it. Quisenberry out in front. Pretty comfortable lead here. Looks like Brandon Murray crashed. We'll go back and take a look at that. Looks like he got a little bit loose. Going into turn 1, just hit the binders a little bit too hard. Got a little sideways. Massey able to get around him without getting up into the back of him, so no harm, no foul. As we go back to our leaders with 2 to go, you got Landon Quisenberry again out front, followed by Michael Davis. Michael Davis taking a look to the inside, coming down the backstretch. They go down the backstretch into turn 3 and 4. Davis going to look on the inside of the 75 truck of Landon Quisenberry. It's going to be a drag race down the front to the white flag. Quisenberry still in the lead with 1 to go. Really fun opportunity to see what this is going to look like from Michael Davis's perspective. So Davis and Quisenberry in a drag race here, going down the front stretch, and you can see him peek right out of the corner there. Landon Quisenberry is going to take the lead and the win for the sprint race here. Sponsored by Buckshot Tools. This is the Buckshot Tool 130 All-Star Shootout. So congratulations to Landon Quisenberry for his stage, or actually his sprint race victory here tonight. So we'll grid them up, and it'll look just like this. Landon Quisenberry on the pole. Michael Davis, number 57 truck, will be on the outside of him. Robert Ernst Spiker Jr. in the 44 truck will be on the inside second row. Brandon Massey in the second row outside in the 65 Buckshot Tools Chevrolet. Actually, it's Buckshot Tools in HME. Haven't seen that sponsor on his truck before, so have to ask him what that's about and who that sponsor is so we can get some more information. Joshua Lawton directly behind him in the MPI 55 truck. The 91 of, I believe, Aaron Hearn on the inside. And then Brandon Murray behind him. William Mann should be on the outside in the 057. Looks like Duff Beer is his sponsor tonight. A little bit of a throwback scheme. Give a shout out to old Buckshot Tools, our best commentator in the league out there watching us tonight on YouTube. So give a shout out to Buckshot. Buckshot, hope you're doing all right. Hadn't talked to you this week. Been kind of busy at work. I know you've been busy as well. So hope to hear from you soon. Old Buckshot's son, Brandon Massey in the 65 truck. We'll keep an eye on him tonight and give you some good coverage. I want to thank all of our sponsors while we can. Hearn Esports, Wilder Graphics. Joseph Murata doesn't really have a company, but we need to give him one because he does an awesome job with our trophies. He's got a special trophy, which I wish I could show you, and I may be able to do that before the race is over, of who wins this race. So really, really neat. But he does a great job as an admin and putting a lot of stuff together for these guys. Buckshot Tools, Grid Finder. Love Grid Finder. Streaming live on Grid Finder right now, so thank you guys for doing what you do for the league. And green flag is out for 130 laps here at North Wilkesboro Speedway. And they dive side by side, 2x2 through 1 and 2. Everybody comes out clean. Michael Davis going to stay outside and Landon Quisenberry for just a little bit. See how long he can hold that. Cold tires here coming out of the corner, getting on the gas a little too soon, a little bit hard to do, so that outside line probably preferred to start with. Michael Davis is going to take that lead. That is the line that Quisenberry had in the sprint race and worked out well for him to win the sprint race. So that outside line, again, probably going to be the preferred line or even the middle lane there. So some of these drivers will figure that out pretty quick. Some of them already know that. And some will have to find out the hard way, as we've got Brandon Massey looking, or I'm sorry, Aaron Hearn was looking on the inside there in the 91 truck for just a second. Michael Davis still out front in 57. No issues back there. A little bit of a race. Oh, Brandon Murray got loose and into the wall there. A little bit of damage on the right front, right side, but I think he's going to be okay at least to stage 1, so he can get that fixed. But we expect the 55 truck and Joshua Lawton to make some noise and make it up front here. But right now the battle is up here between the 91, the 75, 44. You can throw a blanket over the top 7 drivers for the most part. Lawton taking it a little bit deep into 1 and 2. Hearn taking a look on the inside of Quisenberry, thinks better of it, backs out. Right behind them, Brandon Massey in the 65. See, he got a little bit loose coming out of there on that flat corner. It's gonna be tough to get back on the loud pedal that quick out of the box. So the same thing happened right there with William Mann coming out. You can see in the background there. So Michael Davis still holding on to a good lead here in the 57 machine. We'll have to look it up, but I believe Michael Davis is also leading the points in this series. So again, no shocker that he's doing as well as he is tonight. Again, this race tonight is not a points race. This is just for fun and a trophy. Michael Davis is the points leader. He's 32 points ahead of the 75 of Landon Quisenberry, and then Robert Ernspiker Jr. in third, Brandon Massey in fourth, and Brandon Murray in fifth. Could go all the way down to number 37, but we'll just keep it at the top 5. I want to welcome all the race fans in. If you're just tuning in with us, this is Light Speed Racing Network live from North Wilkesboro Motor Speedway in North Wilkesboro, North Carolina. We have had another accident with Brandon Murray. We're going to go back and check that out real quick. He's already hit the wall one time coming out of turn 4. Looks like he just scrapes the wall again. I'm not sure if I'll consider that a crash or not, unless the 057 definitely going to get into the corner of him there and take him around. So unfortunate there for Brandon that early on in the race. The 057 William Mann getting into him, but he will be able to get that one fixed up with the one fast repair that these guys do have. And that battle is right back up in this area. Lawton has now made it all the way from the back up to third place and is quickly hunting down the 75 of Landon Quisenberry. He's made quick work with a lot of trucks. You look back there, it's good to see, and it's interesting to see a lot of guys that are doing a little bit different things, or a couple of different things. You can see Brandon Massey actually losing a good bit of time trying to run the low line. So once he figures out that he can stay up about 2 car lengths, he's going to be better off. Even right there, a little bit too low. If he can get up just a little bit higher through the corner and get a good run off, he's going to be in good shape, especially in turn 3 and 4. Turn 3 and 4 are just a little bit more difficult to work because it's a little flatter coming out. So almost a second gap between Michael Davis and Landon Quisenberry. From there, it's about a second back to Josh Lawton. Right now, Josh Lawton is still hanging tough with Landon Quisenberry behind him. About a half second behind him is the 91 of Aaron Hearn. Now look, oh, getting a little bit loose coming out of there. Looking at that truck now, I can definitely tell that is painted by Wilder Graphics' own Brandon Massey, no doubt about it. Some spec map and chrome tires, and good looking hot rod he's got out there, so good job by Brandon Massey putting that one together. This truck is very, very similar in scheme, just a couple different colors, so always does a great job if you're looking for a paint job. Go check out Wilder Graphics on Facebook and hit us up and let us know what you need. If you can think it up, we can design it. As we get into lap 21 here, out of 130, Michael Davis has led every lap of the race so far. Landon Quisenberry still hanging with about a second behind him. Lawton is settled in about a second behind Quisenberry. Aaron Hearn still hanging right about a second around behind Lawton. Then we have Ernspiker Jr., Massey, and Mann. Massey coming up on Ernspiker Jr. here. Just struggling to get enough traction to come off of that corner to really catch the truck of Ernspiker. This is the closest battle on the track right now. You can kind of see where your driver is and how they're making it. Lawton's made a a 3-spot jump so far in the race. Massey's down 2 spots, as well as Ernspiker. As Massey looks under Ernspiker now, holding it off on that flat part of that track is going to be difficult, but he's going to ease into the gas and kind of do a little slide job there, which is nice and tidy way out of there. So good pass by Massey. Ernspiker's going to give it a look, but there's not going to be any traction down there for him to pull that one off, so he's just going to settle in. So we'll see if Massey can hold on to this position here for just a little bit. Lawton is catching the 75 of Landon Quisenberry, the second place truck in the series, also one of the admins here. So Landon is going to try to do his best to run off a little bit. Ernspiker's getting a lot of good side grip coming out of that corner. He's cut that deficit down to about a half a second. It was a second a few laps back. So going to be interesting to see how he can stay in the gas here and make the most out of that Toyota. Still out front comfortably in Chevrolet is the 57 to Michael Davis, so no worries for him right now as long as his wheels stay on his truck. So we'll kind of watch this battle of Lawton and Quisenberry. Go to a little cockpit view so you can see what it looks like on the inside of these cars if you are unable to get out on the track, and see what it looks like inside of these trucks. Kind of the pitch and how flat the track is, the bumps that they feel, so on and so forth. This is a good look from the helmet cam of Josh Lawton. He is tightened up right on the back bumper of Landon Quisenberry as we get our first competition caution lap 30. So I believe that will make our first competition caution lap 30. We will probably have another one at lap 65. So 30 and 65 would be my guess for competition cautions. Michael Davis takes the win for the first stage, as they will all come in, probably get some tires. They have plenty of tires. Brandon Murray is going to get his hot rod fixed. I know he's got some substantial damage to that one. So he'll come in, get that fixed, take that fast repair, get back out on the track, and then try to make some hay for the rest of tonight. So while they're doing that, coming down pit road, we'll go ahead and take a commercial break, pay some bills, but we'll be back here. Don't go anywhere. This is the Lightspeed Racing Network on YouTube and Facebook. And it looks like the lights are out on the pace car. And we are about to go green once again. Again, this is the Lightspeed Racing Network's Truck Series, Friday Night Truck Series every night, starting at 9:30. Green flag is out. Michael Davis has jumped out to a good little lead here. He's led every lap so far. He's our points leader in this division, in this series. So running well as usual. Looks like everybody's made it through okay for the first lap here. Lenny Quisenberry behind him, Joshua Lawton, Brandon Massey, Robert Ernspiker Jr., Aaron Hearn, Brandon Murray got that damage fixed. William Mann behind him, unable to make it into the race tonight to start. Dan Worley, one of our admins, and Hermie Sadler, but always love having those guys out here, and anybody from the LSRL to come and race this truck series, because it is a growing series and a lot of fun. So looks like we got a caution here. Going to find out exactly what happened there. Looks like Robert Ernspiker Jr. had an accident here, so we'll take a look at him in the 44 truck. Let's be coming out of turn 3. Brandon Massey gets loose, and, well, Ernspiker just follows him. Overcorrects. Tough break for Brandon Murray. Goodness gracious. Brandon Murray is a magnet to accidents, and I know that feeling. Been there before. He can't be at a worse place at a worse time tonight, so I'm assuming he's already used the fast repair. We'll find out. So either way, nope, he had not used the fast repair. He definitely used it there, so good for him for saving it. He's just going to pray now that he doesn't have the same problem again, because can't afford another one, that's for sure. Trying to work on something a little special here for you guys. Wasn't planning to do it tonight, but you know, what the heck. So again, these guys are racing for fun tonight in the All-Star race. Light's still on the pace car, so we can go ahead and show you here the trophy that was made by the Lightspeed Racing League's own Joseph Murata. Joe's got a great machine that he's able to 3D print this stuff out on, and this trophy right here will go to the winner of this race tonight. We have a lot of trophies. Every one that we have for each series is done by Joe, and somebody's going to be the happy owner of that trophy tonight. So going to be interesting to see who that is. Right now, Michael Davis has the chokehold on that, so we'll see if he can keep it up that way for the rest of the night. If he can, that Lightspeed Racing trophy is going to be all his, and going to have something to put on the mantle there. So we should have another competition caution at lap 60. I believe they're going to have a third competition caution at lap 90. So 3 competition cautions tonight. This one will not count as competition caution. If the natural caution comes out within 5 laps of the competition caution, that would be called the stage. So this not falling into those parameters, so we will have another caution here in about 15 laps for stage 2. A lot of fast trucks up front there in the top 4 and 5 and 6, so Ernspiker hanging back just a little bit. Lawton gets a great jump, no doubt about that. Or, I'm sorry, Davis and Lawton at the same time getting a great jump. Leaving Quisenberry a little bit out to dry, but he'll be just fine out there on that high line if he just sticks with it for a little bit. Able to clear him, so not too bad there. Aaron Hearn getting a little bit sideways and squirrely coming out of the turn back there. He and Brandon Massey in very similar painted trucks again, looking pretty sharp out there. Massey got a little bit of a dent on the back of his truck from that wreck earlier. Brandon Murray just holding his breath and praying to everybody and their mother he doesn't get messed up in somebody else's accident. Lord knows that's a bad place to be, and I've been there time after time after time, so not a lot of fun, but kind of ride along with Murray here so you can see what it looks like from his cockpit. Let's go to his helmet cam. See, he rolls right up on the back. Hearn Massey Esports, that's what that means. So Hearn and Massey obviously partnering up to two good guys there. You're not going to find more solid guys running with each other. Aaron Hearn, obviously Hearn Esports, one of our largest donors and supporters throughout the years here at the LSRL, has helped us out with the server that we run this broadcast on, and a lot of other things that people don't know about that are behind the scenes, and he likes to keep it that way, just come out here and have fun. Still looking for his brother Cameron to come out. Hadn't seen him in quite a while. Cameron's, I think he's started with one kid and got about 15 now. Not sure, I think he's got 2, so that's keeping him fairly busy, but when he does come out, both Hearns are fast. Cameron's usually blistering fast, so Cameron, if you're out there watching, come on and join us, man. Been missing it. I think Murray's just going to sit back here and ride. Massey trying to do everything he can there, but not take out his teammate at the same time. That you can see coming out of turn 1 and 2, and we'll watch it again. I'm sorry, 3 and 4. It is a little bit low there. If he can apex this corner and clip the left end of the grass there with the left front tire, it'd be pretty good coming out of 2. But right here coming out of 4, it flattens out right about where Hearn was. So very hard to get back on the loud pedal, which gives Massey the pass as long as he can get the grip down. Stay high in this corner, he should have that clear, which he does. So you got to stay above that second white line there and then get on the loud pedal and go. But see Speed Sim Shop up there in the corner. Thanks Speed Sim Shop for everything they do. Let's see the best view in the house, and this is from the truck of Michael Davis, so kind of get an idea of the line that he's running. He's going to get a little bit low here and then let that nose kind of drift up, take off the gas right where he gets over that flat spot and gets back into it. Going to apex here, and then he's going to let that thing roll, and there it is, that left front tire just trying to get down to that grass, and that's the best way to drive off of this turn, no doubt about it. With about a 2-second lead over Josh Lawton, these are some pretty consistent laps from the 57 truck of Michael Davis, and we're coming to the competition caution here, so caution flag should come out in about 3, 2, 1. And there we go, there's the competition caution. So winner of stage 1 and stage 2 tonight Michael Davis, our points leader. Again, if you're just joining us tonight, this is the Lightspeed Racing Network. I believe we, to my knowledge, are the only network out there that is provided and funded by their own racing league. So I guess you could say that in reverse. It's the only racing league that I know of that has their own network. So again, thanks to Aaron Hearn and Hearn Esports for hooking us up with this server that we have that's able to put out this clear video and broadcast along YouTube and Facebook. So if you're out there on YouTube and Facebook, give us a shout in the comments. We are glad to chat with you during the race. So we will take one more quick commercial break. Looks like Brandon Murray's going to stay out for just a second, but we'll take one more commercial break, come back to the green flag here shortly, and we'll make it to lap 90. Again, stay tuned. This is the Lightspeed Racing Network for the Lightspeed Racing League. And we're back here at North Wilkesboro as Brandon Murray takes off like a rocket to get a good little lead there. But man, fighting back hard is Michael Davis on the outside. He wants to stay out front just as long as he can. Murray's going to have to kind of push him up if he wants to keep that position. Man, Brandon Massey back there 3 wide between Aaron Hearn. It looks like 75 of Landon Quisenberry. That was a little bit shaky. Murray is going to drop back from first to third. Hearn going to drive in a little bit deeper than he was expecting to. 2 by 2. Got Hearn and Massey up there on the outside. Murray and Quisenberry on the inside. Robert Ernst Parker Jr. following them, and William Mann picking up the back there. So Quisenberry trying to get down low again, still difficult to get on the gas there. One thing to note with Murray is he was on older tires than everybody else, so starting up front probably wasn't going to last for him most of the night just due to tire wear. Josh Lawton on the outside. Oh no, it looks like Brandon Massey is off and in the wall. He's going to put the brakes on. Go back and watch that, but Definitely got into 3 and 4 a little bit hot, but not too bad. Able to save it. Not sure if the tires are just that cold, and he was just trying to stomp on the gas, but got it sideways, nosed it into the wall just a little bit. Not a ton of damage, so he should get by okay. As long as he hasn't used a fast repair, he should be fine. I think he'd probably be fine on this short track with the amount of damage that he has on that truck. So not the worst thing I've seen on these trucks. No doubt about it. So Murray and Massey going to come down pit lane. We'll kind of watch both of them. Yep, Massey took that fast repair. Murray's going to go ahead and get some new tires on that machine. Got about 20 laps to go, something like that, before we get to the next competition caution. So no harm, no foul. Looks like everybody's going to come out okay. Again, you are watching the Lightspeed Racing Network, part of the Lightspeed Racing League. Stay tuned, don't go anywhere. We're going to have side-by-side action, take a commercial break, and be right back with you. And welcome back as the lights are out on the pace car here at North Wilkesboro Speedway in North Carolina. Joshua Lawton's going to bring him to the green flag. He does have the option to launch whenever he wants to, and he is off. And I'm telling you, if you're not watching, it is hard to stick with a truck like that. So going into 1 and 2, we'll stay with him. Aaron Hearn's going to stay on the inside of Michael Davis. Michael Davis leading most of the race up until right now. So Aaron Hearn in the second position. Looks like he is going to slide right on up. He is clear of the 57 truck, so good for him to get up in that high line. That's exactly where he wants to be. So he can just drive right out the windshield, not in the rearview mirror. He will be just fine in that high line. Might be a little bit too high there. Drove it in just a little bit hard, but going to get a good run off, so still going to be fine. Again, that high line is the line to be in, just to keep yourself from spinning it around, keeping good grip on the truck. So not a bad spot for him to be. Just wants that nose to rotate a little bit more and he'd be okay. 57 truck though, most consistent truck on the track tonight. A little bit of a battle here between Ernst Becker Jr. and Landon Quisenberry. We'll ride along to see these guys for just a second. Brandon Massey dropping to the back here. Brandon Murray. So these guys kind of battling to try to get around William Mann in the 057 truck. William kind of taking the middle of the track there, so making it a little bit difficult. Massey's going to try to get a dive going into 1 and 2 here. If he can hold the brake, get into the gas soon enough, he should be okay. It looks like he is going to be okay to dive again going into 3. Just going in a little bit too low. Got to go in a little bit higher than that if he is going to make that pass successful, so he can get a good exit. Right here should be good. If he can slide on up into him a little bit, that would be good. But the drive off is going to be decent enough to make the pass. Now Brandon Murray is sitting back there saying, I got to do the same thing. Gives him a little bit of a bumper, probably a little bit of thanks for what you did earlier. And I'm back. Now he's going to say, give me the inside and let's go racing. Murray able to keep the truck clean for the most part all race tonight, so no worries for him. Taking fast repairs at the right time. He's done exactly what he needs to do in that number 6 truck, but we'll go back up front with the 2 leaders here. Josh Lawton has taken about a 2-second gap in front of these 2 trucks. So the battle right now is for 2nd place between Landon Quisenberry and the 50 or the 75 Zaxby's truck. Reminds me a lot of the John West Townley truck back in the day. Now, if I'm Landon, I'm probably going to sit back there right behind that 57, look at his line. He's been leading most of the race, find out what he's doing with about 50 laps to go here. I'm sorry, 42 laps to go. I'm going to see what he's doing. We got about 2 laps before the next competition caution comes out. Get a fresh set of tires on my truck, come back out, see if I can run the same line or run it better. It's going to take a look to the inside. 1 lap to go before the competition caution, though. Probably not going to push it too much. Brandon Massey getting loose back there again. And caution is out for that. That will count as the competition caution for the stage 3 of tonight's race. So, again, stage 3 of tonight's race will end with Josh Lawton winning that series or that session. Massey just getting loose. Brandon Murray saying, you have to be kidding me. It can't be another truck spinning in front of me. But he's able to make it around clean. No harm to his truck, so he should be okay. All going to come down pit road, probably going to get fresh tires. Right now they had 4 sets of tires to change. They had 5 sets total, 1 on the truck, 4 in the pits. This will be tire change number 3. They will make 1 green flag pit stop, I would assume, between here and the end of the race. Not quite sure they'd be able to make it 50 laps. They'll probably try to cut it in half 40 laps. Probably try to cut it in half here at lap 110-ish would be my assumption, but who knows. Quisenberry able to get out in front of the number 57 of Michael Davis, so that's good for him. So we'll again take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back with the remainder of the action. Don't turn the channel here on the Lightspeed Racing Network. We will go side by side during commercial breaks, so you won't miss any action even if we do go green flag. So again, this is Lightspeed Racing Network, part of Lightspeed Racing League here on Facebook and YouTube. And folks, we have just had a collision. We have had to come back and cut that commercial short to show you definitely not what these drivers were wanting. See if we can see what happened here with the 57 truck. It's up underneath the 75 truck of Landon Quisenberry. Landon Quisenberry gets loose. That is where it started. Then, oh, I'm sorry, we're going to go back to Davis. We'll kind of watch it from these guys' perspective. Going to be a tough one. Again, Brandon Murray's just saying, please no. Looks like Brandon Massey, Aaron Hearn get into it a little bit there. Ernst Spiker Jr. gets tapped by William Mann. And 4 to 5 trucks involved in that. So that's not going to be good for any of those guys. Murray, the only one to make it out alive with no damage. So we'll see which one of those guys come down pit lane and get a fast repair. This is Davis coming down to get his fast repair. Not sure if he's getting a fast repair or not. From that angle, don't really know. But we'll take a look. It looks like Quisenberry did have a fast repair that he was able to take, so that's good for him. I don't see a whole lot of damage. No, Massey's taken his fast repair, unless he had another one. I'm not sure that they had two, but I'm fairly certain they just had the one. So it'll be Josh Lawton out front, Brandon Massey behind him, Landon Quisenberry third, Brandon Murray second, Landon Quisenberry third, Brandon Massey in fourth, Michael Davis in fifth, Aaron Hearn in sixth, Robert Ernst Spiker Jr. in seventh, and William Mann looks to be one lap down in eighth place. The green flag is out. Loud pedal's going to be hit pretty quick there by the 55 truck of Lawton. Murray's going to get out behind him. There's Brandon Massey on the outside. Quisenberry going to make the move, take the position for fourth. Those two trucks running together most of the night. Hearn's got a good bit of damage. I'm not sure if he had a fast repair, if he's trying to save it, but here we are with approximately 25 laps to go. So we'll see how these guys can hold their trucks together for the rest of the race, but out front, a comfortable lead should not be a problem for Josh Lawton to stay there as long as we don't get another caution. And as soon as I say that, the 65 of Brandon Massey is taking a turn for the worse, so we'll jump on board with his truck and see exactly what happened. Coming out of one, they're on that low spot again. Probably got on the gas. Well, got on the gas a little bit too quick. Nose it into the wall. Almost identical to what he had earlier, but shouldn't be too much damage on that truck to race it for the rest of the night, so he should be okay. So no worries there. Again, this is the Lightspeed Racing Network, the Lightspeed Racing Truck League here. This truck league in its first season. So these guys just putting this deal together, trying to recruit some drivers. If you're looking for a Friday night truck league, this is the one to be in, no doubt about it. This is the first recruitment season and first season that they've had. So we've had up to 25 drivers in this sessions. I know they're looking to get about 30 drivers consistently. So if you're looking for a truck league, again, look no further. Come join us out here at Lightspeed Racing Lightspeed Racing League, excuse me, on iRacing. Just look us up. Look us on Facebook. We'll get you some information to our Discord so you can chat with us and ask us any questions you might have about what we have going on in the Lightspeed Racing League across all of our series, Xfinity, Dirt, Formula One, and the Truck Series. A lot of new things on the horizon too, with the possibility of bringing in a next-gen league next year, or later on this year. A couple of other things that some other guys are trying to put together that hopefully will come to fruition if the plans match up and the sponsorship matches. If you're also looking to sponsor something here, or one of your drivers, one of your favorite drivers, feel free to ask us in the comments. We'll gladly send you a link to where you can do that. And we'd love to talk to you. Thank all of our sponsors here. Again, everything that they do for us, the three most productive right now for us, we always have to give a shout out to are Wilder Graphics, Hearn Esports, and again, Joseph Murata needs to come up with some type of logo for himself for all the work that he does for the league with trophies and all kinds of other gear for our drivers that he's able to make on his 3D printer. So doing a great job with what he does. Again, we'll throw a picture up real quick of exactly what these drivers are racing for. That's the trophy that Joe made up this week for the Lightspeed Racing League winner of this special event. So as we go green here, Lawton's probably going to jump on that pedal pretty quick. Michael Davis flickering. That's not a good sign for the 57 truck. So having some connection issues there, he's going to be asked to drop to the back, no doubt about it. 57 well out in front. 75 truck of Landon Quisenberry. Oh, the 6 truck, Brandon Murray getting loose. He's able to save it. Good job by Murray saving that truck. The last thing he needs right now is another accident. Aaron Hearn right on the back of his bumper. These guys have raced around each other for a good bit here, so they know a little bit about each other. No big deal, but that 57 truck has definitely got Brandon Massey a little squirmish. As of right now, can't see the 57 truck of Davis, so may have had to park it for tonight. We'll go back and take a look here. It looks like he actually he may have lost his connection, folks. I'm not sure he's able to make it. Unfortunate for the man who's led the most laps here tonight. So back up front, Joshua Lawton. As we're getting closer to nighttime here at North Wilkesboro, Landon Quisenberry in the 75 right behind him. Brandon Murray in the 6 truck. Right on his back bumper, has been for the last couple of laps, is Aaron Hearn. Brandon Massey following those guys up. William Mann has made it back up to the lead lap, and Ernst Spiker Jr. in the 44 truck running in 7th position. Again, Michael Davis in the pits. Dan Worley and Hermes Sadler unable to make it in before the race started tonight. So, again, that the majority of the racing is up front here in these two positions for first and second, and for third and fourth. Hearn getting right up on the back bumper of Brandon Murray. Kind of see exactly what he's doing. Really gentle on the gas and the rotation there. Good job by the number 91 truck. The best thing in this situation that you're trying to do here is not even look at the truck in front of you, just look at the track. So you're almost trying to zone them out or put them in your peripheral vision. If you can do that, then you're in good shape. As he's getting a better run off than the number 6 truck right now, he's just unable to make the pass. And he'd stay up a little bit higher and let that car rotate and turn. He would be in plenty good shape to get a run off. This may be it if he lets it rotate enough. Not quite able to get on it as quick as he would want to. But a great little battle going on here for the third place position between Aaron Hearn and the 91 who we're riding along with, and the 6 truck of Brandon Murray. So he's kind of driving with his rearview mirror, but running the same line, not doing anything. Oh, gets a little loose there, not where you want to be with somebody right on your bumper. Great save by Brandon Murray. Get back into it. Hearn's trying to let this truck rotate just enough to get back up under him. Oh, and he gets in a little too hot, taps the back, backs out of it, and that's going to bring out a caution, no doubt about it. We'll look at that from a different spot here. Yeah, that 91 truck just getting in a little bit too hot. Oh, went a little too fast there. And then once that happened, it almost looks like the 6 truck almost looks like he takes a little right-hand turn here instead of getting out of the gas, which is a little bit odd, but not quite sure what happened there. I know he doesn't have a fast repair left. Not sure about the 91 truck, but either way, we will take a look at both of those guys as they go into the pits, or if they go into the pits to get their damage fixed. And I cannot believe that a caution did not come out on that. No caution. So these guys are going to go ahead with it. So 2 to go as that snuck up on us quickly. Joshua Lawton out front, Landon Quisenberry behind him. Brandon Massey is in front of Brandon Murray. So, Quisenberry gets loose there coming out of the corner. So that's going to take him out of contention. And to the checkered flag, it is going to be Joshua Lawton in the 55 truck taking the win for the Lightspeed Racing League. And he is going to win the All-Star Trophy, followed by Landon Quisenberry and Brandon Massey. Brandon Massey in the spin cycle for most of the race. Aaron Hearn going to come in here in the 4th position with a pretty banged up truck, but he was able to get by the number 6 clean enough. These guys had a lot of hard running back here, so we'll get a little bit of replay as we're trying to get our results and our drivers back up in to the booth. Looks like a tire might be down on that number 6 truck. Not quite sure, but neither one in great position. We'll watch right now as Josh Lawton goes ahead and brings his 55 machine to the start-finish line to get a good picture, and let's see if we can get these guys up into the booth. We're going to see if we can get these guys into the booth. Right now, we'll bring in our 3rd place winner in Landon Quisenberry. So, Landon, pretty interesting night for the most part. Able to hang on to that truck for most of the night, keep it clean. Tell us a little bit about your race and your 2nd place finish there. And what you saw on the track, what was new, what you expected, what you didn't expect, and go from there. Oh, folks, it looks like we're having a little bit of an issue. Hang on just 1 second. Let's see if we can get this to work right. Landon, you got a copy?
Yeah, you got me?
I got you now, buddy. Sorry about that.
Okay.
So,
All good.
yeah, just tell us a little bit about your night, how it went, and how you ended up there in 2nd place.
Yeah, I mean, this track's so much fun. Really good to be up runner-up. I mean, I know I'm the one that makes the schedule for the series, but I didn't think Wilkesboro would be this good for an all-star race. I might as well just put it on the regular schedule, to be honest. It's so much fun. It's good short track racing. This track has a lot of character, and I didn't think I'd be that fast. I have bad memories since the last time we were here. I think in a cup car, I'd totally junked it in turn 3, clipping the curb down there and flying up into the outside wall. So I was a little bit afraid of that, but I mean, this track's super racy and a lot of fun. But yeah, it was pretty good. The segments kind of didn't work out my favor towards the long run, but that last one, I don't know how I kept up with Josh there at the end, just hugging the bottom. I don't know how good that line was until I went down there and got a little too greedy. I was thinking so hard about moving him in the last corner to go get the win that I got loose off of 2, and I had no shot at that point. But it was a fun race. I felt bad that I took everyone out there, whatever restart that was. I got loose, but I mean that's how hard these guys race, man. They were pushing me so hard. I just made one little mistake off of 2 and got loose, and then it's kind of jacked everybody up. So I feel bad about that, but luckily I still had a fast spare, so I was able to get back up there. But yeah, fun race overall.
Yeah, it was a little bit tough. A lot of guys trying to come out low on that line, not able to get the power down to the track and getting loose. It looks like that's what happened, just a little bit of overcorrection. So you weren't the only one to do it tonight, but either way, man, good finish there in that 75. That Zaxby's truck looking sharp, as always. So unfortunate for the 57 and Michael Davis, our points leader, having to bow out of the race there with some connection issues. So going to help you in the standings just a little bit. So well, not this race because it's not a points race, but hopefully he can get his stuff back together for next week, and we'll see you next Friday as well.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a good race. You want me to go ahead and do shout outs too? I didn't know.
Yeah, go ahead. Give a shout out to whoever you got, bud.
Yeah, yeah, great race, and that sucks to see Michael go there at the end, but he'll be good. Playoffs start next week, so we got the 8. I got to make that announcement here shortly with everyone getting in there, but yeah, it's good to have a little off week here. Just shout out to everyone within the league, and especially the admins in the series, doing really good. I know he had a low car count tonight, but we're getting there. I mean, the racing was super good, so I'm not too worried about it. It'll get there. It's just that's time to grow, but Obviously shout out for you to helping out, doing the broadcast and doing this whole Lightspeed racing network thing. It's always a blast, and being a part of this league and allowing me to do this truck series. And shout out to my parents in the other room. Shout out to Cade, didn't make it tonight. He got caught up at work, so unfortunate there. My teammate wasn't able to make it. And shout out to the league sponsors, Wilder Graphics, Butt Kicker, Sim Speed Shops, Proto Sim Tech, Grid Finder, Sim Racer Hub, Hearn Esports, I guess Hearn Massey Esports now is what they are, and Wolf Speed Media, all those great people getting this league together and keeping it running, man.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it. We do have a lot of good sponsors. We went over a good bit of them throughout the race. So if it wasn't for sponsors and admins here, I told Joseph he's going to have to come up with something for all the trophies he's doing. We put the trophy up to show everybody tonight, but he's doing a great job with the trophies as well. So appreciate everything you do, man, putting this thing together. Good show tonight. Great track, and we'll see you next Friday, bud.
Thank you.
That was our second place finisher, Landon Quisenberry. We're going to bring in our third place finisher, kind of going in a little bit of jumbled up order because I'm not great at this deal. But sitting here with Brandon Massey in the 65 truck. Brandon, you got a copy?
Hey, what's going on, boss man?
Not much, man. It kind of looked like you were part of my wife's spin cycle here tonight. It's a washing machine for you coming out of one or four a few times tonight, but you're able to keep the fenders on it enough to get back up to third place. Unfortunately, Murray and Hearn getting into that little bit of an accident going into three helped you out a bunch right there at the end. So probably not the way you'd want to finish third, but I'm sure you'll take it, right?
Yeah, we'll take it. By far one of the worst races I've had in a long time. Just sometimes it's better to be lucky than it is good. I went completely the wrong way on my steering options, and learned a great deal from that. And that's one thing about me is I never give up. I just keep on fighting plumb to the end. And yeah, we were making jokes about it, and as well, there's one. There's two, there's three, there's the fourth spin. So definitely not the way that I want to do it, but I never give up out here. And I always said, man, if you can finish third, finish third. If you finish eighth, finish eighth. And we'll take it. We learned from it, and we'll gear up for the playoffs.
Yeah, man. Well, this being a fun race, it's one of those ones that you can kind of put in the rearview mirror, more or less, but you learn from it and move on. But never a bad deal to finish third in a fun race like this, North Wilkesboro. So it's glad to have you out here. Appreciate all the things that you do. Just it took me about 10 laps to recognize that you and Aaron had the same paint job, and I said, well, that's definitely a Massey paint job. And then y'all running side by side, and I said, well, now I definitely know it's a Massey paint job. So shout out to you and what you're doing for Wilder Graphics, what you're doing for the league, man, helping other drivers out. So really appreciate you. You got a lot of shout outs. I gave a shout out to your dad earlier. Know he's watching. But go ahead and give any shout outs to anybody that's out there watching you, sponsors that you might have, man.
Absolutely. First and foremost, we want to thank the good Lord above, because without him, we couldn't do what we do. I want to give a shout out to my wife for allowing me the time to come back here and do this, man. Thank you, doll. I love you. Shout out to my kiddos, Lexi, Kinsley, Braxton, a couple of my girls, they're here with me again tonight, and it's another podium. We got a win last week, and they're here with me again tonight, so another podium. It's probably my good luck charm, so she's going to be with me throughout the playoffs, I hope. But shout out to Mom and Dad. I love you all. Dad, thank you for your support. Mom, thank you. It means everything to me. Shout out to Buckshot Tools, Wilder Graphics, Hearn Esports, or Hearn Massey, I guess, Esports now. Me and Aaron, we just started kind of texting and messaging, and formed a little bit of a team, man. And I had my fingers crossed. I was good with the fifth, hoping that he was going to be able to get him a podium racing there with Murray. And but that time's coming, man. Aaron's a great dude, and he's going to get there. But thank you, Aaron, man, for teaming up with me in this truck series. It's been a lot of fun. and next season should be a good one as well. Shout out to all of our league sponsors, 'cause without them we couldn't do what we do, and everyone that helps at Lightspeed, Racing Network, man. It's a group effort out of everybody. I said every week, and without everybody, man, we couldn't pull this thing off. And it's just a lot of fun. I love being here. This is my home, and I can't wait to see what the future holds for Lightspeed.
Hey man, we appreciate everything you're doing, and we'll keep up the good work. And like I said, we'll get that hot rod ready. We'll see you next week in the Xfinity race on Tuesday night.
Yeah, a little bit of bad luck this past Tuesday, but it was a goal. Got my new equipment in. We made the playoffs. Was able to learn, and we'll gear up and get ready for maybe be able to snag a second championship next season.
Sounds good, buddy. You have a good one. We'll talk to you next week.
Absolutely, thank you, Bob.
Yeah, man. Now we're bringing our winner, Josh Lawton. Josh Lawton didn't lead the most laps tonight, but he led the most important laps tonight. Josh, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you, buddy.
So watching the 57 truck of Michael Davis, unfortunately he had to bow out of the race there, but led most of the laps, and looks like you were just kind of lagging back. But by far our most consistent driver in the in the Xfinity series, and I said it wasn't a shocker to see up there running in the front here at this track. So tell us a little bit about your race, what you were thinking going into it, and how it ended up for you. Obviously, ended up where you wanted to be, but how'd you get there?
Yeah, I got home late, so I didn't get to get any practice. Hopped in just as they were qualifying, and it's been a while since I ran the trucks and at this place, but I kind of knew the line and stuff, and luckily pushed out the pole. And, man, these initial starts it just puts the leader at such a disadvantage. And I tried the bottom there on landing, I just couldn't get it done. Ended up making a mistake and getting loose, so I knew my only way to get by people was to run the top through 1 and 2, and even 3 and 4, you kind of had to run a lane up just because the front end would start just bouncing too bad through there. So it took a little bit to figure out the line, but we were made some moves on the outside and hate it there for Davis and getting wrecked there. I thought it was going to be a good race. He raced me super clean, gave me the outside there, and once we got out front, we just kind of just managed it and worked out for us.
Yeah, man, it was a good race, no doubt about it. It's always good to see you come out here. It looks like pretty much anything you drive, you're going to be fast in. But any shout outs you want to give out there to friends, family watching tonight on YouTube, Facebook?
Yeah, just give a shout out to all the guys at Phase 2 Motorsports for letting me be part of the team. Liquid Moly Motor Oil and Additives for being a sponsor. I need to get my truck painted here, but thank all the guys at LSRL, everyone at the league for putting this on, Landon, all them guys. I honestly, I love the trucks, and I'd run a lot more. I work a lot of Fridays out of town, and so luckily I was able to make this one all-star race, and it's pretty cool to win it.
Good deal, man. Well, just hit me or Brandon up on Facebook or in Discord, and we'll get you tidied up with the paint scheme there from Wild Graphics. But great race tonight, man. We hope to see you out here Tuesday night in the Xfinity Series. A couple of races left there before we take a little bit of a break, come back for the Fall Series. But always good to see you out, and hope to see you next week, and have a good weekend.
You too, buddy. Thanks, you.
All right, buddy. Take care. So that'll be it for us, folks, tonight here at the Lightspeed Racing Network. Pretty exciting race. 130 laps went by pretty quick for North Wilkesboro, but it's going to be Josh Lawton bringing home this trophy. Again, we'll throw that trophy up that Joseph Murata made. Great job by him to put that together. I want to thank all of our sponsors while we're here with Hearn Esports, Wolf Speed Media, Sim Speed Shop, Proto SimTech, Grid Finder, Wilder Graphics, obviously Lightspeed Racing Network and the Lightspeed Racing League. Anyone else that we may be missing out there that's helped us out as far as admins in this group right here. Landon Quisenberry, Dan Worley does a fantastic job with this series. So shout out to Dan. Hope you're out there watching and listening. Joe Murata, Brandon Massey, Cade Ferguson, all of our admins just do a great job putting these series on. Dylan Gonis and the F1 series. We've got a great admin group here at the LSRL. So we appreciate you tuning in tonight with the Lightspeed Racing League. Hope you come back Tuesday night. We'll be here Tuesday night at 8:30 for the Xfinity race. And then we start we're going to take a week off from Formula One. After we take a week off from Formula One, we're going to come back, have a couple of recruitment races for that, and then get right back into a fall series schedule of 12 races. So that'll be pretty fun to see as well. So thanks for joining us. Come back and see us next Tuesday night on the Lightspeed Racing League.